Shinsuke Nakamura is back. His opponent is no slouch in the same regard. Kinshasa! He is stealing the thunder from Okada. Wherever Okada goes, whatever he does, he will be waiting to strike. He has become Okada's worst nightmare. It is time to find out who is going to be the #1 contender to Brock Lesnar's WWE Championship. Swanton Bomb to Bobby Fish! Jeff Hardy is the #1 contender to the WWE Championship. Hello and welcome, Universe Mode. This is Smackdown Live, the last Smackdown Live of this series of Universe. We are just days away from the series finale at No Way Out, and it is safe to say that I absolutely cannot wait for it at all. I am very much excited for that evening, where of course we will be witnessing, as we saw last week on this episode of Smackdown Live, we will be seeing Jeff Hardy compete for the WWE Championship. He is going to be competing against the Beast himself, Brock Lesnar, and he is competing here tonight to rile himself up for No Way Out. Lesnar ain't here. There's no easy way about it. Lesnar just isn't here tonight. However, Jeff Hardy is, and he's going to be competing against The Miz later on this evening. That should be an interesting contest to see how he is preparing heading into this Sunday's matchup against Brock Lesnar. Sunday, which of course will be live streamed for you all, but it is a very big question to ask for Brock Lesnar. Simply, how is Jeff Hardy going to combat the Beast? It's going to be tough to see how that one will go. That is not the main event of the evening, though. This will be. We're going to have a #1 contenders match for the WWE Tag Team titles. The titles are not on the line at No Way Out. However, the SmackDown General Manager Christian James said he wanted to end big on his last SmackDown of this series, and this is exactly how he's going to do it. Future Shock against the Young Bucks. Man alive, I am ready for that one. Winners, of course, will be next in line for the title opportunity against the Gorillas of Destiny. We'll see how that will go in the main event. A great night of action again on its way. 2 #1 contender matches for you, and a little bit of bad blood here and there to go along with it. Let's move in, though, to this all. Let's start things off with the SmackDown Live General Manager, Christian James. And here he is, making his way out. Christian James, who of course had a busy few weeks as SmackDown General Manager. Oversaw his first pay-per-view a little over a week ago, but I have been informed ahead of time that this isn't so much about Fastlane as a whole. This isn't so much about what we saw just over a week ago at Fastlane. This is going to be more so tackling some of the other issues regarding SmackDown Live, and I'm interested in to see what he means by that. He's getting right into the talk of the business, saying that SmackDown Live strives to be the best show in the universe. They're always looking for the best talent and the best matches. However, they will be making several moves with regarding their roster. They're going to be making trades with the other brands and doing everything they can to ensure that SmackDown Live is the best roster possible. I can confirm this is true. With that in mind, Jinder Mahal's last match here tonight is on SmackDown Live. He's going back to Raw for a talent that will be named at a later date. His match, though, is going to be with Kevin Owens here tonight. Numerous other moves have been announced as well, but Christian James would rather save those for a rainy day, I guess. Oh, but now we're getting into the juicy knowledge. Jeff Hardy versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship, as we know. And there is your big announcement. Kazuchika Okada versus Shinsuke Nakamura at No Way Out, between those two friends turned rivals. That is a huge takeaway. Say what else he wants to, but the fact is that Okada versus Nakamura is a set-in-stone match, and I cannot wait for it at No Way Out. And of course, on top of that, discussing what I said about the #1 contender matches, Paige versus Nikki Cross, Future Shock versus the Young Bucks. That is all to come tonight. And that is where Christian James will finish up what he has to say. Plenty announced there. Drafts with other talents. Jinder Mahal's last match. #1 contender matches here tonight. Okada, Nakamura, No Way Out. Yes. So let's do this then. Let us start. Here we go. SmackDown Live is underway. We've had big news already revealed, and now we just keep on rolling. Time goes on. Here we go. Let's move into this one, though. Jinder Mahal, as we said, his last match here on SmackDown Live. It's been a short run, not even 6 months as a member of the SmackDown Live roster, and a forgettable run as well for the former World Heavyweight Champion. I still hate every single moment that I have to say that that phrase, but that is the truth. And I wonder what Heyman's reaction is to this all, or what Bobby Fish's reaction is to this all. How do they feel about a member of their Dangerous Alliance going back to where he came from, essentially, in Monday Night Raw? Is this something that Bobby Fish and Paul Heyman were okay with? Is it something that they're going to be enraged with? Because at the end of the day, they are just members of the SmackDown Live roster. They don't have a say in anything. It's up to the SmackDown Live general manager who goes where, and he's done exactly that with Jinder Mahal. I am interested to see what he gets on the flip side of it, though. There's no doubt about that. But Jinder Mahal returning to Monday Night Raw under new management, of course, as well, in Constable Dredge. No Dara Ronaldo there to make sure that he has a safe ride. So that's not going to go the way that he wants it to, but let's see how Jinder does in his last match here against this man. A man who has turned over a new leaf, and he is standing by it over these last few weeks. Kevin Owens went from almost losing his job at Fastlane to almost becoming the #1 contender for the WWE Championship last week. Very fast-paced match involving himself, Bobby Fish, who is on the outside, and of course, the now #1 contender for the WWE Championship in Jeff Hardy. Owens has been embracing the crowd back a little bit more as time has gone on, and the crowd is starting to warm up towards him. I still think it's about 50-50, but I think as time goes on, the crowd are warming up to him a little bit more. Nevertheless, there is Kevin Owens standing in the ring. He's ready. He's ready to compete. I'm ready to watch him in action against Jinder. Let's see what will happen here. How will Jinder Mahal's SmackDown Live career be remembered? We are about to find out. It is Mahal with the size advantage. Strength advantage, I'd assume, as well, with a body like the one that Mahal has got on him. Backing out of the turnbuckle. Clean break there by Mahal. Surprising. And neck breaker. Mahal trying to take an early lead here over Owens, but that is stopped there. Kevin Owens now clubbing blow in the back there. Let's see what Kevin Owens will do here. Oh my goodness. There's some strength from the 4-time WWE champion there with that throwaway tiger suplex. Owens feeling a little bit confident in the early stages of this matchup himself. Owens going to throw Mahal out of the ring on the opposing side to where Fish and Heyman are. Look out below. Cannonball over the top rope. Down onto Mahal. Both these men share one thing in common, essentially. Both of them former Mr. Money in the Banks. Both of them successfully cashed in as well, whereas Mahal, though, took, what? How long did Mahal take to cash in his? 5 months? I believe it was thereabouts. Kevin Owens cashed his in within about 10 minutes. To become WWE Champion for the very first time. And Mahal trying to prove a tough crowd right now. Trying to go out with his head held high, but it's not looking that good for him right now. Counter there. Whoa, back body drop, though. Mahal is still fighting. And I'm not trying to discredit this at all right now. This performance from Jinder Mahal, he is doing his very best to make sure he goes out on a degree that, in essence, he can be proud of here. Oh my, nice shoulder tackle. He can leave with his head held high, then more to him. Constable Dredge might be happy with the pick he's got. I'm just wondering now what is going the other way. And how will the Dangerous Alliance be after this? Will Fish and Heyman look elsewhere? Will there be no more Dangerous Alliance to discuss? Super kick there by Owens. Brings Mahal back down. And Kevin Owens all of a sudden looking like he might want to be in the driver's seat here. Hammerlock. Russian leg sweep there. Very innovative as Fish watches on the outside. Shared this ring with a man a week ago. Has had battles with Kevin Owens in the past to go with it. Duck under. Owens counted again, though. And look at this, though. Jinder still has no counter. And Owens is able to go for it again here. There's the Russian leg sweep. Hammerlock as well as Bobby Fish. Clear as day. Slides in a steel chair there for Jinder to try and use to his advantage. Distraction by Fish, but it's not going to work out because Mahal was already busy suplexing him into the ring. Wrong place, wrong time there by Bobby Fish to try and hope for a distraction to pan out the way he wanted it to. Kevin Owens now has Mahal right where he wants him. Cannonball sent on from Kevin Owens, and now Bobby Fish getting involved. Owens yelling back at him. Mahal not moving though. Oh, but he is right now, and he just moved right into the path of Fight Owens fight. Pop-up powerbomb, and I would guess there lies the career. No, kick at it too from Mahal. My goodness. That is a surprise and a half right there. Mahal still countering now. Countered back by Owens. Owens turning him around, rolling up Mahal, trying to put this all away right now. Kick out there at 2. Uh-oh, from behind, Cobra clutch. Oh, what a slam. Right down on his neck. And right in front of Paul Heyman and Bobby Fish, Kevin Owens is going to look to try and end the modern day Maharaja, but he is getting no luck there as Mahal able to counter him. Nice knee in the face though by Mahal. There is still a chance to fight back. Pushes him away there. Oh, went for a back elbow. Countered Mahal, forearming him in the face there. He's still got some fight left in him as these two former world champions collide right now. Oh, but it might not be colliding for much longer. Owens, breaker! And look who gets involved again though. Distractions from both of them at the same time. Meanwhile, pop-up powerbomb. And Heyman now gets involved. Oh, come on. Referee should have got rid of them at this point. Owens goes back into the cover, and now it's Fish's turn to intervene. They are trying to do everything in their power to keep this man still in this one. And wait. Look at this now. There is, I think, Bobby Fish being ejected. He's gone. Owens goes into the cover. Will this do it? My goodness, it has. Pop-up powerbomb. About 35 seconds of intervention. Wasn't enough. Owens had that match won, and he proved it. Kevin Owens wins over Jinder Mahal. And the Dangerous Alliance essentially went into meltdown in the attempt to try and, to try and end it for Kevin Owens, to try and get Mahal the victory. Didn't work out the way they wanted it to, though. And there lies Jinder Mahal's SmackDown career. Kevin Owens, your winner. Not much more that needs to be said. And look at who is back in this ring. Fish back in, looking at Jinder Mahal right now, and oh! Bobby Fish pulling the trigger on the alliance with Jinder Mahal. It is over. Mahal on his way, and Fish sending him in the worst way possible. Fish hook from Bobby Fish. There is no more Jinder Mahal in the eyes of Bobby Fish and Paul Heyman. He is gone. Business done. Oh, well. There lies Jinder Mahal's career on SmackDown Live. And there he lay as well. Well, for lack of a better term, the Dangerous Alliance to go with it. Jinder Mahal sent down there by Bobby Fish, and well, that is business done for regarding Paul Heyman, Bobby Fish, and Jinder Mahal. It is, just like the DCC, a two-man business that relies upon Bobby Fish and Paul Heyman. Job done there. And we move on to our next contest now. Here we go. Coming up next, #1 contenders match for the Smackdown Women's Championship. Paige against Nikki Cross. Paige could be having another opportunity at the title here. It seems if the performance she put in the Fastlane was impressive enough by the Smackdown general manager to guarantee her this #1 contenders match. And you know what? In many ways, I do agree with Christian James. I think the fight that Paige put in was outstanding. I think she gave it her all from the very first minute until the very last minute, until she had no fight left in her. And I think maybe another crack at her could give her the win that she wants. But I think so too. If you let this woman run wild at her, she could also cause Nia Jax problems that she's not really ready for. Because, well, putting it simply, this isn't a normal woman. This is Nikki Cross. She's a little bit, for lack of a better term, psychotic. And she showed it last week in a match with Ember Moon, because Jesus Christ, they went at it from pillar to post, essentially, just fighting the other one, refusing to give in, refusing to let the other one win, hitting each other with their big moves, kicking out of them, and just showing how much they hate each other. Something that started over a year and a half ago now, I am right in saying that, and is still continuing on to this very day, as we saw from last week's match. Cross, though, competing against Paige here. Is Paige ready for Cross? Is Cross ready for Paige? Is Nia Jax ready for either of these women? Are either of these women ready for Nia Jax? Is the question. Because I think if you look at her reign as SmackDown Women's Champion, I think no matter who you are as SmackDown Women's Champion, you have a load of talents coming your way. You're busy from top to bottom. You've got to deal with the likes of Paige, Cross, Moon, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Becky Lynch. It's a stacked roster, no doubt about it. But here we go. Between these two women, both eager to get the chance, and it's Paige who's going to come out of the gates flying. Hurricanrana there, and Nikki Cross goes down. It's been just over a week or thereabouts since Paige had her match against Nikki Cross, so the question is, well, how is she? How is she physically? How is she mentally? Because the way that Nia Jax finished that match was brutal. The bonsai drop and then the leg drop that followed it. Paige's chest probably could have been crushed in that moment. Air escaping her, no fight left in her to kick out. And now she has to go back into action here tonight against Nikki Cross, who is always more than ready for a fight. Nice reverse DDT there by Paige. Good chop in the chest to go with it. Irish whip now. Off the ropes comes Cross. Kneed her right in the face, though, did Nikki Cross. Northern Lights suplex there. No cover made. As she looks for more brutal moves now. Face first into the mat. Wow. Just no care. No chill whatsoever from Nikki Cross. Just doing everything she can in the first few minutes to get her name out there. And to make sure that Paige realizes this ain't going to be an easy match. A fisherman suplex there. Returned by Paige. They only get a 1 count though. Elbow drop though down to the chest of Nikki Cross. Is this where the former Raw Women's Champion starts to fire up a little bit now. Yanking on the hair and pulling her into the mat. Paige may very well be looking for just that. Oh, misses with the back elbow. Ain't gonna miss with this one though. Fall away, slam. Cross very much so sent on her way, as her head now is the one getting slammed into the mat over and over again. Backbreaker to go with it there. Paige is getting aggressive now. I think that loss to Nia Jax at Fastlane could have fired up Paige a little bit more as well. Wanted to keep on going, wanting her to strive to be the champion. Nice slam there of Nikki Cross. Sitting her up now. What else is Paige going to do here? Chin lock applied. Clubbing blow into the chest, and I think she's just trying to keep Cross contained. Trying to stop Cross from being able to fight out of anything. If you can keep Cross down, if you can keep her sustained, if you can keep her from fighting on, then you have a good chance of beating her. But Cross is not that easy to keep down. Is not that easy to keep contained. Both women swinging at each other and missing. Cross now from behind. Back suplex. Nailed it. And Paige rolling out to the apron. hanging on there for a second. Cross certainly has her number right now. Cross taking a run up at her. Shoulder tackling her to the outside to go with it. Oh no. Oh no, what is this psychotic woman going to do now? Cross on the apron. She's going to have a run at Paige, ain't she? She most certainly is, and gets her. I'm not too sure where she struck, but she certainly did strike Paige. Good counter there. On the outside, suplex from Paige. On that thin padding, but you know Nikki Cross is going to be someone who welcomes that kind of pain as she sends her into the barricade. And uh-oh, this ain't looking too good for her either. Dumped on the barricade as well. Cross's ribs going to be, well, screaming out in agony for lack of a better term. As Paige hoists her up to her feet now. Paige in, looking to strike. Paige Turner! Could that be enough to make her the #1 contender again? She covers Cross, who kicks at it too. And now we're starting to see the fired up side of Paige there. Spinning back fist now. Elbow countered by Cross. Cross brings her in. Snap suplex. Yes. And Paige, though, retorting to rolling out of the ring temporarily. Back in we go now. These two women just squaring up against each other. And now the heavy hits of Paige are starting to come out. Repeated headbutts to Nikki Cross. Dragging her away from the rope. A little bit there. Cover made. Will this put away Nikki Cross? It will not. Now Paige has got to think what else has she got up her sleeve to try and beat her here. She can just knee her full force in the face. That might also do the trick as well. Discus forearm now. Paige falls to one knee. Scoots into another cover. Made here on Nikki Cross, who kicks out at two. Counter there from Cross now. Elbowed her right in the knee. Cross, neck breaker. Oh my goodness, no way. Cross has found a way back into this one, and this may be exactly what she's looking for. Slap herself in the face a few times. Cradle, neck breaker. Nikki Cross won't go for the cover though, because she's going to have to drag Paige away from the ropes. Into the cover she goes now. 1, 2, and 3. Nikki Cross is the #1 contender to the Smackdown Women's Championship. She wanted it, and now she's got it. Paige's second hope at the belt is not going to happen. It is the turn of Nikki Cross for her attempt at getting a second Smackdown Live Women's Championship around her waist. When that match will be, we don't know. What we do know is that Cross is ready. Or, well, she's always going to be on her edge. Will she be ready for Nia Jax? Does Nia Jax know how to keep someone like Nikki Cross down? We'll find out later on, whenever that match is between those two. For all that, though, it is time to move on to our next contest, and it is a continuation of what we saw from last week. This time round, though, Kane gets Chris Sabin. Coming up next, Kane against the leader of the DCC in Chris Sabin. Alright. He wanted this chance. He wanted him. He wanted to beat him up. He wanted to avenge everything that happened at Fastlane, and now he gets his chance. Kane here tonight goes one-on-one against Chris Sabin for the chance to get one over on the leader of the DCC, the man who kicked him out just over a week ago at Fastlane. You saw the footage at Fastlane. You saw the pictures of it from on the Smackdown after. Kane lost. Sabin had gone into the Fastlane saying if a member of the DCC lost, they were gone. And, well, Kane lost, and Sabin evicted him. And now Kane is on a path to try and get his own back. You saw last week how he dismantled Christopher Daniels while Sabin could only watch on. Now tonight, will it be vice versa? Will Kane dismantle Sabin while Daniels is forced to watch on? We will find out in just a moment. There is Kane, though, the big red machine, ready, rearing to go. Does he have it in him to put that man down? Does he have it in him to finish that man off once and for all? We We are about to find out. That much is for certain. Daniel's still here a week after what happened. Seems to still be in a good condition to compete here tonight. But you know the one on the right is the one that we're all putting our focus on. Chris Sabin is the reason why this whole saga commenced. Now here tonight, him and Kane go into battle, trying to end this all here on Smackdown Live. How will it go though? And the big question to ask as well is, what happens if Sabin loses? What does Kane do from there? Does he, like, accept it? Does he move on? What happens there? What happens to Sabin if he loses as well? How does Sabin react to it all? It'd be very intriguing to find out what happens to the DCC and to Kane if he wins and if the DCC loses. I'm intrigued either way, but here we go now. We are about to get started between these two men. The bell rings, we're underway, and immediately Sabin is wanted to try and hightail it out of the ring. Hightail it back in the ring as well. Kane's going past Daniels. They're not paying him any attention. Drop kick made by Sabin. Whether he meant to hit the referee or not, well, he's done that now. Sabin ducks under, runs off the ropes, and clatters him with a clothesline. Referee is slowly getting up to his feet. If Sabin wanted to go for a steel chair, well, he took a little bit too long, instead choosing to get into a combat, instead choosing to try and fight Kane. Sweeping the leg from underneath him. Big man won't go down. Now he does. Super kick from Sabin into the face of Kane. Let's see what other tactics Sabin has here to try and win this one. DDT. Certainly seems as if first things first is to go after the head and the neck of the big red machine. Oh no, that went wrong for Sabin, as his back is the one clattering into that turnbuckle steel. Counter though, Sabin in, running bulldog. I think the plan for today for Chris Sabin is to work over the head and the neck of Kane. Trying to finish him off. Trying to put him down so that he won't fight on any longer. Oh no. Sends him into that turnbuckle and drop kicks him into it as well. Chris Sabin showing no remorse right now as he unloads away on Kane here. Kane able to counter him. Sends him into the turnbuckle. What a counter from Sabin. And the big red machine is not looking in good he's not looking in a good position right now to try and mount his comeback into this match. Sabin flies in, lariat to the back of the head there. But what more will he do now? Oh no, now he's going to get what he wants. Sending Kane into that steel rung. And Kane may well have hurt himself there. Sabin is just doing everything in his power right now to, well, in every way to hurt this man. Into the turnbuckle again there, face first. The mask can only cover so much. Sabin walks the ropes and comes down there with that Hurricanrana, and it looks like he wants to end it right now. Sabin, cradle shock to Kane. One, no, oh my goodness. A 1 count on Kane. Well, there's a little reminder for you, Chris Sabin. You got an awful lot to do in this match if you think that you're going to finish off Kane right now. Sabin is trying his damnedest to make sure that he finishes him for good as well. Cutter there. Slips into the cover, trying to put away Kane, who once again has a kick out at 1 up his sleeve. And Kane now has a counter up his sleeve as well, as Sabin is sent down into the mat. Kick in the back there now. This one continues on. Kane trying. You can tell there is no remnants of any kind of memories or respect or anything like that towards Chris Sabin from Kane. It is all about just wanting to beat this man down for what he did to him at Fastlane. He unleashed the big red machine at Fastlane, and now we see if Sabin's going to pay for it or not. Up to his feet gets Chris Sabin. And oh my goodness, he's going to try and end it again. Sabin in once more. Cradle shock to Kane. 1, 2, and this time it gets 2, but it still ain't enough. Kane is screaming out in agony right now, but he is crawling. Kane still has something left in him. There is still fighting the big red machine. And Sabin asks the question how. And now look at this. Sabin is going after the leg. Sabin's going after the leg of the big red machine now. He's targeting it. The head, the neck, and now the legs, and the small of the back as well. Sabin is trying to systematically destroy Kane's whole body here. Look at this. Deadlift German covers him to try and end it. There's 2, and Kane kicks out again. The frustration in Sabin is starting to build now as he tries to finish this one for good. Again on the leg there, front face lock, sweeps him round, and he's going after it again. He's going to go right down on that knee. It doesn't matter how much you weigh, it doesn't matter how heavy you are, it doesn't matter how threatening you may come across. If someone takes away your limbs like Sabin is doing right now, you are going to feel the pain of it, but Kane keeps on fighting. Gut wrench suplex now. Kane in. No. Stopped by Sabin, who sweeps the leg away from Kane there. He attacked the leg once more. Sabin might find himself in a glorious place to try and end this. Sabin Liza on the small of the back. And the question to ask now is, will third time be the charm? Sabin with a spinning kick in the gut. Kane needs to learn the message in Sabin's eyes. All hail Sabin. 2, 3. Sabin beats Kane. And that may finish the deal between DCC and Kane. Well, the match ended, but the job for the DCC has not. Look at how things are continuing on outside. Sabin dismantling the table. Kane is still fighting, and he's fighting Christopher Daniels right now. Daniels going for one hell of a ride, almost landed on top of Sabin there. Drop kick now from Sabin as the fight continues on. They want to destroy every remnant that is left of Kane. They want to put him away for good. And if they get their way, the DCC could very well succeed in it right here, right now. Sabin, leaping cutter on the outside. Back to all the work that they've done on the head, the neck, the legs, the back, every part of Kane's vital body. And now Daniels watches on, but the fight isn't over yet because Kane is proving too tough to crack right now. Oh, what are they going to do here? What is Daniels going to do here? Is he going to go to the top rope? Is he going to look for the best moonsault ever? Just to try and put him away for good right now. Daniels in. Best moonsault ever. Oh, but it ain't done. Of course it ain't done. Sabin still has his piece to the puzzle that he wants to let out. He still has his last part to inflict. Oh my goodness, Daniels flying there. May have just grazed Kane though. But the amount that he's choosing to sacrifice himself for the DCC's cause just goes to show where his allegiance lies. Oh, it's not looking good though, is it? It's not looking good at all for Kane right now. Daniels in. Kane again will not fall down, but into the barricade he is sent. How do you keep on fighting against this numbers game? How do you keep on going into the ring pole now? And Sabin wants to end it on the outside. Cradle shock. He got him. He got Kane. And after all the damage they've wanted to do to him, that could very well be it. And the work is continuing on in the ring right now. A knee in the face there by Sabin may well set up Daniels for what he wants. This is how they're going to finish Kane. And it's Daniels who's going to get the final blow. Christopher Daniels in. Angel's Wing strikes. Kane is down. The drama just keeps on continuing here on Smackdown Live. Once again, another Another big takeaway from this all. Kane down and out, and the way that was finished off by the DCC, it looked serious. It looked like their intention was solely to end Kane. And if you ask me, I honestly think they did the job of doing. I think they did the job. Sabin and Daniels will do anything to get their way. Let's move on to our next contest, though, of the evening. The Miz against Jeff Hardy here tonight. This one should be another entertaining matchup between these two. Looking forward to seeing how this one goes. Hopefully we have no interventions in this one. No anyone betraying anyone. To be fair, the only betrayals that could go on is between those two. And considering they're married, I don't think there's going to be any betraying going on. We now, though, await to see what The Miz can do here tonight to try and halt and cause issues for Jeff Hardy heading into his matchup against Brock Lesnar this Sunday. How ready is he to take on the Beast for the WWE Championship? It was, like I said, an incredible surprise last week to witness the victory that was picked up by Jeff Hardy, to witness him winning that triple threat match. He's now going to have his first match ever against Brock Lesnar in this universe, but at the same time, how prepared can you be for a guy like Brock Lesnar? You can say you've read the book on Lesnar, that's fine. Lesnar will just proceed to pick up the book and beat you across the head with it until you can't stand. But it's going to take an awful lot to make sure that Jeff Hardy isn't standing after it all. There's no doubt about that. This is a guy who will refuse to give in. This is a guy who will refuse to stand down. And this is a guy who, you know, judging by the fact that upsets do happen in this universe, who, if everything goes right for him and everything goes wrong for Brock Lesnar, could very well be the next WWE champion. Imagine the sight that would be to watch Hardy climbing the top rope, hitting a swanton bomb, and finishing Brock Lesnar. Imagine that sight. Whew. We can hope, but I think it's an uphill climb for Jeff Hardy from the very start. Let us go, though, into this matchup. Hardy and Miz, one-on-one, bell rings, flying forearm right out of the gate there. Miz was hoping for something there on Hardy early on. And Jeff Hardy not interested. He knows he's got to try and get through this matchup fairly quickly. He knows he's got to try and win in a fairly quick proceeding, in order to make sure that this goes exactly the way he wants it to, in order to make sure that... Oh, look at that. The turnbuckle pad coming off again, though, from The Miz. But back to my point, in order to make sure that he's still at peak strength, peak ability. And most importantly, he doesn't pick up any kind of injury heading into that match against Lesnar. Because if he's not at his utmost, if he's not as ready as he believes he can be, then he stands, honestly, he stands no chance of winning that match. He stands no chance of beating Brock Lesnar. I know it's already an uphill road for him to climb, but the reality of the situation is that is the truth. I don't mean to talk ill of Jeff Hardy, but it is the truth. Anyone who goes up against Brock Lesnar has a hill to climb up. It's an uphill battle from the very get-go, and if Jeff Hardy cannot muster up something here tonight to try and prove an impressive performance against The Miz, then you know for a fact that Lesnar just isn't going to be concerned with what is going to come up this Sunday. Hardy in, face first onto the ring apron there, goes The Miz. No doubt about it, Jeff Hardy will do everything in his power for a win here tonight over The Miz. Just a question over how much of a distraction Maryse can make it at ringside. We've already seen here tonight what will happen with Heyman and Fish, how lenient the referee can be. He did eventually kick out Bobby Fish, but arguably it should have been done way earlier. Atomic drop now from Jeff Hardy. He's going to be feeling the pain of that one as Jeff Hardy comes in with another drop kick there. Side of the head to The Miz now, and let's see what else we got. Oh, another atomic drop, nicely struck there by Jeff Hardy. doing all sorts of damage right now, but The Miz is in with a counter. Hoisting up Jeff Hardy to go with it. Oh, nice little jab there. Puts it onto the second rope now. Miz, if he gets a win here tonight, it's big for Miz as well, heading into the next series of Universe. He would have picked up a win over a man who could be number one contender, who is the number one contender, and for all we know, could very well be WWE champion if all the stars align, and to all of that extent. Hardy in now, though. Twist of fate from Jeff Hardy. Cover on The Miz. Will this do it? No, Miz kicks out at 2. Aggressive bit of work, and oh, look who's getting involved now. Maryse getting involved. Hardy falling for the bait. This isn't something the Hardy needs to be doing. Electric chair now into a face buster. And because of his wife that I was able to strike, Hardy though able to get back up to his feet, kind of proving everyone right now his resiliency. And he's going to need all of it against Lesnar. But look at this now. The Miz firing away with a series of kicks in the turnbuckle. Boot caught though from Hardy. And sweep the leg away of The Miz. He puts him in the turnbuckle once again. Hardy telling him to stay down. No way. Risky for Hardy. Moonsault onto The Miz. Does Hardy have it in him to pick up the win right now? He climbs to the top rope. Jeff Hardy. Swanton bomb to The Miz. Cover made. Maryse gets involved. No surprise there that she did that. And Hardy goes right for the cover again. And, well, Miz had enough time to kick out. It is not like we saw with Jinder Mahal earlier on in the evening. The distraction from Maryse allowed Miz to kick out. Cover made, though, in that roll-up, and it's only a 1 count. Look at the close eye that Maryse has on this now. She knows she can't intervene too many more times while she's out of here. She also knows that her husband's in big trouble right now. Back body drop, the number one contender over the top rope though. But Miz needs to hit more to stand a chance of winning this one. Good counter there. Uh-oh. Jeff Hardy may not have intended that, but it's Miz's back who goes careening into the ring pole. Well, accident or not, it has happened now. Hardy, German suplex. Taking a move out of Brock Lesnar's playbook, and it's only maybe a 2 count. I don't even know if he scraped that. Sends Miz into the turnbuckle now. Hardy got anything in store for him? Yes, he has. Climbs to the second rope, and now a series of strikes unloading on the head of The Miz over and over again. Hardy nails all 10 of them. And Miz, well, he just comes stumbling out of the corner. But look who's getting involved again. Maryse again, trying to provide a distraction here. Referee should know. Should be aware of the distractions being caused right now and how problematic it is to this match, because it's just allowed Jeff Hardy back in. Just allowed The Miz back in this one. Hardy getting picked up by Maryse and thrown back in the ring there. Can't go for the DQ. And a running knee from Miz. Oh my goodness. The Miz could be in. The Miz could be in to get this huge upset that he seeks. He's looking for something else first, though. Miz of Oz, I believe it is. There's the knee. There's the neck breaker from The Miz. But Hardy does not stay down. Clatters him with a knee in the head now. Jeff Hardy still has some fight in him. Still has a resourceful of offense to go through, but he's failing the effects of this matchup. Of the work that The Miz and Maryse have done to him to try and prevent a victory here tonight, and more importantly for Jeff Hardy, a victory this Sunday. Hardy's going to go up top. Does he think he has it in him? Does he think it's time to end it? Hardy in! Swanton bomb! Strikes again! Cover made! And again Maryse gets involved. Ref, you could always just do the smart thing and ignore it. You could always ignore her shrieking. And now, as Jeff Hardy went for another cover, there is no more Maryse in this one. She's been evicted. And now it is all up to Jeff Hardy to end this match with his own wrestling moves. In with a clothesline. Hardy now, desperate to try and end it right now. Atomic drop, legs into the gut to go with it. Drop kick after it. Brock Lesnar has this to deal with this Sunday, and when Jeff Hardy's getting fired up, he may be unable to stop him. Twist of fate. 1, 2, 3. Hardy wins it. He had it won off of the first, or off the second, or arguably the first Swanton Bomb, but that twist of fate had it all sealed. There is your winner, Jeff Hardy, as he gears up for this Sunday against Brock Lesnar. Two completely different opponents he'll be fighting, there's no doubt about it, but Hardy knows he has to do his very best to try and cause one of the biggest upsets we've seen, not only this year, but in this universe as a whole. Can Hardy do it though? We'll see. We'll see this Sunday. But I have been told it is time to move on. It is not time for the main event up next yet. Instead, we're going to be hearing from the Intercontinental Champion, Finn Bálor. Yep, here comes a lovely individual. A real joy to see. It is the Intercontinental Champion, and it is the first time we've seen him as well since he won that title from AJ Styles at Fastlane. Albeit under the most controversial circumstances possible, with of course the intervention of Bad Luck Fale adding to the mix. Nevertheless, Bálor is the Intercontinental Champion, and here we go now. And I wonder what he has to say. He is fine with people not liking him anymore. They don't like him because he defeated their hero AJ Styles and he took the Intercontinental title from him easily. He beat him down and he is on a shelf with a serious injury thanks to him and Bad Luck Fale. No. Just thanks to Bad Luck Fale. You have no part to play in all of that, Finn Bálor. In the mind, though, of Bálor, it is not the end just beating AJ. It's just the beginning. Fale and Bálor are not lone wolves. They have the Gorillas of Destiny in their corner, and they're going to take over SmackDown Live, the DCC, the Dangerous Alliance, the SmackDown General Manager. No one's going to stop them having what they want. The Intercontinental title is Finn Bálor's. And if they want a shot at it, they're going to have to go through the underboss in Bad Luck Fale to have that. You will have... if you want a shot at the tag team titles, you have to go through the Gorillas of Destiny as well. As for the WWE and the Women's Championship, they are going to collect everything and put everyone on notice. Finn Bálor really honing in on this call as the originals, as they call themselves. They will not be satisfied until they have all the gold. Brock Lesnar, Nia Jax will either get on board or they'll get out of the way. It's only a matter of time before they are getting those titles as well. So SmackDown Live, either join the originals or get your ass kicked every single night. The threat made by Bálor to SmackDown. The originals, as they are called, are seeking glory, are seeking gold, and are seeking control of a SmackDown Live. Well, a simple threat there, sent by the, well, I guess you could call him, in fact, the leader of now what is known as the Originals. We'll see where things lead to as time goes on with them. But it is time to move on to our main event of the evening. And what a competitive and entertaining main event we are most certainly in for on the final SmackDown Live of 2K18. It is the Young Bucks against Future Shock for the right to be the #1 contenders to the Gorillas of Destiny's WWE Tag Team titles. What we thought was true was made just that last week. Sorry, not last week, just a moment ago. Regarding Finn Bálor and where his allegiance is. And surprise, surprise, his allegiance is with Fale, Tama Tonga, and Tangaloa. The Gorillas of Destiny are back as one. And that's just how things are going to go, it seems, with them as time does go on. And it's not a, for lack of a better term, it is not a group that I'm happy to see, but it is a group that is happening nonetheless. That's just how it goes. Let's move on though. Let's not focus so much on that group, and let's focus on these four talented individuals competing for the right to be the #1 contenders to the tag team titles. The Golden Star, Kota Ibushi, of course, could be regarded as the standout of this whole thing. He's been wanting to make so many opportunities a reality for him. He's had 3 shots at the Intercontinental Championship this year. He's a runner-up in the King of the Ring as well. If there's anyone who's had kind of a breakout year in many regards, it has been that for Kota Ibushi. And I think the SmackDown Live General Manager should be looking at a future where Ibushi can shine bright, where Ibushi could very well be the target for the likes of a Intercontinental Championship once again, to try and take the title away from Finn Balor. Can you imagine how that would go down? What a fight that would be between those two guys. Some pass between them to go with it as well, but as for right now, we are focusing on the WWE Tag Team titles, and will Ibushi be getting the opportunity at them? Well, right now it's going to be Matt Jackson starting things off against Ricochet. Let's prepare for this one. We're going to be seeing grappling, we're going to be seeing speed, we're going to be seeing agility, and I think we're going to be seeing some great tag team offense to go with it as well. Backing up there. Collar elbow tie up right back into it. Ricochet, the one able to overpower Matt Jackson, sends him down onto the mat as well. Keeps the grip on, making it tougher for Jackson to escape, but he does just that. Slips out, go behind. Matt Jackson will transition into a side headlock now. Can he keep Ricochet down? He cannot. Turns it round. Side headlock by Ricochet now. Both guys trying to make this as difficult as possible for the other one to fight out, for the other one to gain some control. Matt Jackson now able to back Ricochet a long way up, off the ropes, went for the super kick and missed it. A little bit of a heads up this early on that the super kick could very well strike and try and end this one. Great counter there though from Matt Jackson. Gets countered by Ricochet in tow though. Ricochet now getting countered by Matt Jackson. Here we go. Jackson in, Shining Wizard, and Matt Jackson going to go right up to the top rope. Big move, double foot stomp into the gut. And things looking good in the early stages of this matchup for Matt and Nick Jackson. The Young Bucks wanted to dictate the pace as they please. Tag mate here. What are we going to see from them? Prepping it up, pop up, Meteora there. The brothers working well together. Ricochet though, able to make the tag in. Ibushi is in this one. Oh my goodness. Pop up there, double foot stomp, flipped his legs as well at him. Matt Jackson though with a drop kick and ground Kota Ibushi, and he too will speed up to the top rope. Went for a double foot stomp of his own. Ibushi moved out of the way, and look at that, both men just trading there. And again, they are going all out for the attempts to try and get one up on the other. Great stuff from Nick Jackson and Kota Ibushi there. But it's Jackson who's going to slow the pace down just a little bit so the Bucks can have some control. A little bit of show-offy offense as well, though. But Ibushi is forcing his way up to his feet. Nick Jackson going to have to think big there. And did. Went in at an angle. Hit that crossbody. And Ibushi couldn't do anything except just take the move. Big boot in the face though. Ibushi from behind has the arm trapped. Half-hatch suplex there. Up and over goes Nick Jackson, and oh, it's getting worse. Look at the strength. Deadlift power bomb. Ibushi lifts him up now. Counter by by Nick Jackson there. They are trying to keep Ibushi in their own turnbuckle, make it impossible for the tag to be made. Make it so that the chance of winning is minimal. Look at this now from the Bucks. And it might be Ibushi who's going to want the tag into Ricochet this time round. Look at the great work now by Matt Jackson. Clothesline in the corner. Cannonball set done right after it. Flurry of moves here from the Bucks. And things just aren't looking good for Kota Ibushi. Super kick, but again, too late, I suppose, with the timing. Super kick in the gut. Super kick countered. Oh, God. German suplex. What a bit of work there from Kota Ibushi. No doubt about it. Matt Jackson trying to get up to his feet. Stop, though. Ibushi in. And he has the arm of Matt Jackson now. And you can see the pain in Matt Jackson's face as his arm gets worked over by the Golden Star. If I was Ibushi, though, I would go for the tag right now. Looking for it. Pop up. Nice. Standing Hurricanrana there. Tag is going to be made. No, it's not. That was Ricochet. I just think, oh, maybe I should tag myself in right now. Ibushi's been taking a bit of a beating in this one. And oh! Matt Jackson did just run right into that dropkick from Kota Ibushi, though. No doubt about that one. Going to send him into the corner of Future Shock now. Will the tag be made? It most certainly will. Are we going to see a big move? We most certainly will. Slice of the throat. Lifts him up. There's the kick. There's the brainbuster. And could that be where it all ends for the Young Bucks? No, Nick Jackson to make the save right away and gets out right away as well. Credit to him where it's due. Ricochet, though, ready to prove a point. Does a standing backflip simply because he can. Invites Matt Jackson up to his feet now. What are we going to see here? Moonsault into DDT. Matt was trying to make the tag into Nick there and was stopped. And look at that by Ricochet. This is great from Ricochet. Attacking the leg over and over there, taking away the speed now that is possessed by Matt Jackson, who's begging to make the tag into his brother here. Up on the shoulders now. Fireman's carry. What a counter. What a counter from Matt Jackson. Slipped out of that at the perfect time. And this could be the perfect opportunity for the Bucks to be in for a win. Nick Jackson's going to be the one to hoist him up. They are looking for the Meltzer driver, and they nail it. Cover is made by Nick. Matt in the ring to stop Ibushi. He does that, and Ricochet kicks at it too. Oh man. They thought it was over right there. Look at this now from Matt Jackson. A barrage of forearms and a clothesline as well. I said Matt, I meant Nick. My bad. Nick Jackson now, front face lock. Going a little bit simple there. Just trying to make sure that Nick Jackson has a good chance of going down and staying down. Nick Jackson adding a comedy to this as well. What a moonsault though right after it. And he will pull himself up to the top rope now. Nick Jackson in. 450 on Ricochet. Will this do it? 2, 3. The Young Bucks win. And Ibushi was inches away from making the save. But inches too far as well. The Bucks have done it. That was fast-paced. That was thrilling. It was everything I thought it was going to be. And it ends with the Young Bucks as the #1 contenders for the WWE Tag Team titles. They will face the Gorillas of Destiny up next. But the question is, when will that time come around? We will have the answer for you, I assume, in the next series of Universe. Either way you look at it, the Bucks are hungry, ready. But are they able to be the WWE Tag Team Champions? That is a story for the next series of Universe, because we are done with SmackDown Live and on this series of Universe. We have it all heading into No Way Out now. Lesnar against Jeff Hardy, and Okada versus Nakamura. Oh no. Okada versus Nakamura, which I've just heard has started early. And we have gone backstage and the fight has started early. Okada and Nakamura in the parking lot of this arena, fighting one another right now. Their match ain't until this Sunday, but neither can wait to get their hands on the other. I don't know if Okada started on Nakamura or vice versa. What I know is that this Sunday, it is beyond personal for these two now. They despise the other. They want to dismantle the other. Friends turned worst enemies, and the fight can continue on as much as it wants here tonight. It's not going to change anything heading into this Sunday. Okada wants to brutalize Nakamura right now. He's throwing him into everything he can find. But the question is, when they fight this Sunday, who's going to emerge out on top? Who is going to beat the other to a pulp so that they can't stay up on their feet? Right now, neither's getting the advantage over the other. Okada sending Nakamura into the car. But will it be the Rainmaker downing the King of Strong Style for good at the end of No Way Out? We will find out this Sunday. Right now, we're out of time here at SmackDown Live. We gotta go.